Nanggagalaiti na naman si Japan. Si China pala. Nanggigigil na naman sa Pilipinas. Nanggigigil din pati sa Japan, guys. Japan's manipulation of Southeast Asia will exacerbate the division within ASEAN while escalating tensions in the South China Sea region. Sabi, as Prime Minister Fumio Kishida met with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, etong linggo yan itong nangyari yan, linggo. On Sunday, after concluding his visit to the Philippines and vowed to strengthen security cooperation with Malaysia, experts warned on Sunday that Japan's unilateral manipulation, yan ang tawag, unilateral manipulation daw of Southeast Asia will not only exacerbate the divisions within the ASEAN bloc, but also escalate tensions in the South China Sea region. Diba? Imagine, sa buong Asia, si China lang pala matatalino. Lahat ng bansa sa Asia bobo. Sila lang daw matalino kasi namamanipulate tayo Namamanipulate tayo ng Japan. They also confirmed that their countries should accelerate coordination for the use of Japan's new security assistance framework called the Official Security Assistance or OSA. According to Japan's design, the OSA aims to provide defense equipment with the armed forces of the so-called like-minded countries, which in simpler terms is military assistance. Experts said that the first purpose of Kishida's visit to the Philippines and Malaysia is to extend what originally was foreign aid. Dati raw kasi foreign aid ang binibigay. Pero ngayon daw, kasama na ang security capabilities and military modernization capabilities. Bakit daw ganon? Kasi si Japan daw ay tinutulungan ang Amerika na bumuo ng Asian NATO. Ito na lang yung pangalan ng expert nila. Ayan, si Da Zhigang, Director of the Institute of Northeast Asian Studies, etc. etc. Isa lang pala. Tapos analysts, ito na naman, analysts. Sino naman tong analyst na to? Isa lang siya, si Wang Gongtao. Analysts said that at present, cooperation between Japan and Malaysia in the field of security is not institutionalized but more of a verbal commitment by Japan to unilaterally promote its relations with ASEAN members. Japan agreed on Friday to provide coastal radar systems worth 600 million yen. Tapos, during their talks, Kishida and Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos agreed to begin negotiations on a reciprocal access agreement, so ito yung VFA, with Japan. Sabi, may warning daw. The strengthening of military and security cooperation between key ASEAN members such as the Philippines and Malaysia and Japan is likely to undermine some of ASEAN's principles and centrality in regional security cooperation, sabi ni Wang. Ito yung sasabi ko sa inyo, intellectual dishonesty. Diba? Sisi nila si Japan, sinasabi nila kay Japan, nanggugulo kayo sa ASEAN kasi kinakausap mo ang Pilipinas, kinakausap niyo ang Malaysia para lumaban sa China. Ina-undermine nyo yung values and principles ng buong ASEAN. Kayo nga, in-undermine mo yung territorial integrity ng Pilipinas. In-undermine nyo yung territorial integrity ng Vietnam. In-undermine nyo yung territorial integrity ng Malaysia. Tapos sasabihin nyo, kayo bida. Kalokohan yan. Pero syempre, bago natin pag-usapan yan, tayo muna ay magsha-shoutout sa mga kaibigan natin sa Sendwave. Ayan. So kung kayo po ay nasa US, UK, Canada, Italy, France, Spain, Ireland, and Belgium, ay pwede na po ay magpadala na inyong mga remittances using Sendwave. Ang gagawin nyo lang ay download ng Sendwave app, gawa kayo ng account, lagay nyo ba account details nyo, at pwede na kayo magpadala sa GCash, sa mga bangko, at sa iba't ibang pawn shops din sa Pilipinas. At kung kayo po ay gagamit ng kayong promo code na Coach Jared, ay makakuha pa kayo ng karagdagang $20 free credit. Kaya gamitin na po si Sendwave for all of your remittance needs. Okay. For the most part, I don't really agree sa mga sinasabi nila. Pero dito sa punto na to, I would have to say na doon sa parte ng reaksyon ng China, it seems may katotohanan yung sinasabi ni Batong Bakal.
No, but if they see that the Philippines does not stand alone and actually has the support of friends and allies, then it would think twice.
Napapanahon ang pagbisita ni Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida sa Pilipinas sa gitna ng pagsulong ng bansa sa sovereign rights sa West Philippine Sea. Ayon sa maritime law expert na si Professor J. Batombakal, magandang senyales na nagkakaroon tayo ng kaibigan at kaalyado kaugnay ng usapin natin sa pinagtatalo ng teritoryo at bunsod din ng mas maigting na kooperasyon sa pagitan ng dalawang bansa, kabilang na ang pagtulong ng Japan na mapalakas ang kapasidad ng Pilipinas sa pagbabantay ng seguridad nito, mangingimi ang China na gumawa ng mga agresibong hakbang sa West Philippine Sea. Bukod sa
Agree.
loob ng Japan ng 12 barko para sa Philippine Coast Guard, magbibigay din ng Tokyo ng coastal surveillance radars sa Philippine Navy.
China's worst nightmare, from a foreign policy perspective, is to see all of its neighbors joining together against it.
I would have to agree.
So any movement that might seem to indicate that is a cause for concern to them and will definitely cause them to pause and recalculate their moves and possibly even change their policy a bit.
Suportado ni Senate President Juan Miguel Mig-Zubiri ang isinusulong na Defense Pact sa pagitan ng Japan at Pilipinas.
Yung RAA will allow our interoperability and cross-training between our two forces
Nung dalawang to.
in times of self-defense, but also in the times of calamity.
Tinututulan naman ng Makabayan Bloc lawmakers ang
Siyempre, wala kayong kwenta eh.
agreement ng Pilipinas at Japan. Ito ay dahil sa posibilidad ng pagkakaroon nila ng paglabag sa karapatang pantao, lalo na sa kababaihan.
Well, yung sinasabi na yan ni Makabayan Block, it's nothing more than speculative. Speculation lang yan. So, kaya nang gigigil ngayon ng China. Kasi nga, si Japan, gumagawa ng paraan para maging para lumakas ang Pilipinas at magkaroon tayo ng kakayahan na ipagtanggol ang ating territorial integrity. At ito 67th anniversary ng Naval Special Operations Command o NAVSOCOM sa Cavite kanina. And meron siyang sinabi na talagang mukhang ikagagalit na naman to ng China. Ito yung sinabi niya.
As we move now from focusing on ensuring internal security for the country, we now have to bolster the country's external defenses.
Palakasin ang external defenses. Ito yan diin ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa kanyang talumpati sa 67th founding anniversary ng Naval Special Operations Command.
Yun, no?
For the DND and the AFP to maximize and strategically review the deployment of our forces to ensure that their strategies remain responsive to the current and future geopolitical realities.
Yun.
Tiniyak ng Pangulo ang suporta sa pagpapalakas ng kapabilidad ng Navy SEALs sa ilalim ng revised AFP Modernization Program. Dapat anyang magamit ang kakayahan ng NAVSOCOM upang mapalakas ang maritime security.
May Navy SEALs pala tayo, no?
Let's also continue harnessing the skills of our specialized units in preparing for all contingencies. With the NAVSOCOM, with its expertise in sea, air, and land or SEAL operations, must be utilized to support naval defense and enhance maritime security.
Kanina ipinakita rin ng Elite Force ang kanilang kapabilidad, mga kagamitan para sa pagresponde sa anumang kaguluhan
Bomb
o
squad.
babanta sa seguridad ng bansa. Kabilang ang Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL, Naval Diving Group, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group, SEAL Sniper at iba pa. Kabilang rin sa highlight ng event ang pagkakaloob ng mga parangal ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. kasama ang NAVSOCOM Commander Commodore Dwight Steven Dolnuan.
Hindi pa dyan natapos, mga kojero. Meron pa tayong mangyayaring tawag dito, trilateral training with Japan, US. Actually, di pa nga Parang 4 nga yata yun kasama South Korea yata. Japan, US, South Korea, and the Philippines. Lumalakas ang Pilipinas dahil sa capability ng mga kaalyado. Troops from the Philippines, United States, Japan, and South Korea will conduct a series of joint training exercises titled Kamandag 7 throughout Luzon, including Batanes. Diyos ko, Batanes! Alam natin kung saan malapit yan! Zamboanga, Tawi-Tawi, and Palawan. No, alam natin kung saan malapit ang Palawan, guys! Around 950 armed forces of the Philippines personnel, 850 U.S. Marines, and troops of the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force and Republic of Korea Marines will take part. Tapos, di ba, kinausap nga si Malaysia nitong nakaraan. Si Vietnam naman, kinausap ni America recently, September 10. Meron daw silang elevated relationship. US and Vietnamese leaders Monday, natong September, hailed an agreement to elevate relations and spoke about the potential for boosting innovation and investment. As he met with Vietnamese President Vo Van Thuong in Hanoi, U.S. President Joe Biden spoke about deepening collaboration on the challenges that matter most to our people, and it is remarkable how far and how fast we've come, sabi. So ayun, maraming nagkikriticize din dito, sabi, hindi ano lang yan, pabalat ano lang yan. Kwento-kwento lang ng Vietnam yan, which is partly true. Si Vietnam, ang kanyang economy is closely tied with China. So we don't know kung talagang ano ba talaga yung level of sincerity pagdating dito. But nag-uumpisa na yung talks. But let's see kung ano mangyayari dyan sa Vietnam. And of course, syempre tayo din sa Pilipinas, marami nagsasabi, magdadala ng 7 helicopters ang India para sa Pilipinas. Nag-alok ang Indian government sa Pilipinas ng 7 helicopters na gagamitin para sa rescue at humanitarian efforts ng Philippine Coast Guard sa panahon ng kalamidad at sakuna sa bansa. Ako lang naman nagtataka, no? Bakit ang daming binibigay ng ibang bansa ngayon sa Pilipinas, no? Sabi ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos na ang alok ng India na magbigay ng mga helicopter sa PCG ay malaking tulong sa pagsisikap ng pamahalaan na maitaguyod ang kakayahan ng bansa pagdating sa rescue at humanitarian efforts. So, anyway. So, this is really good news. No, alam nyo, mga kochero, any program that, na kinakainisan ng China is something that's good for us.